Grand rising to you all. I just wanted to drop this video off. This video is going to be about the dark empath. Now, I'm not sure if many of you have heard of the dark empath, but let's dive into what is a dark empath. A dark empath is a person who possesses the abilities of an empath and also dark traits. These are cognitive empaths who feel others' emotions as their own but never reach out to help those people. Worse still, they use their empathic gift to their advantage. Dark empaths fit the dark triad personality traits like narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathic. And this will explain why we know some people who may strike us as empaths, but there's something off about them. We see this time and time again through society, through social media, here again, as I stated before, on YouTube. They never let go of a fight. They hate being last or perceived as being on the losing end. It could be a classmate who cheats during exams because they fear getting the lowest scores. And as I stated, this is in everyday society. These dark empaths are literally everywhere around us. They're very prone to violence. They want to hurt others secretly and openly. That's why you will see them with their intimidation tactics. You will hear them say things like they want to fight people or punch people in the face, and they got hands and things like this. Everything they do results into a tiny, small, narcissistic, dark, empathic ego. They're solely motivated by revenge. Yes, by revenge. If you ever wrong them, they will always hold a grudge against you. They can't forgive but never forget the wrong. Most dark empaths retaliate on a cheating spouse or a friend who owes them money when they least expect it. It is their way of getting closure. Again, these are very dark traits of the dark empath. It's always them above everyone else. They never do anything out of the kindness of their heart. In fact, it's the complete opposite. If a dark empath was to do something for you, it would solely be to use it against you later. Number 8, have a never-ending desire to influence others. We see this so much now. This is one of the most obvious things, and this falls under all facets of life via religion, via everything. When someone wants to influence or program you, this is part of them being a dark empath. It's all about influence. Trust me, it all leads back to influence. You'll hear them say things like, oh, that's because you need the Bible. Then it's the repetition and the influence. They just repeat the same thing over and over, read from the same book over and over, read the same passage over and over, the same scripture over and over. So I guess it's only when it comes to that they can't spot repetition and brainwashing, I assume. But these are things and traits that you need to be aware of, regardless of your standpoint, your viewpoint, or anything. You're not going to see a dark empath telling you their own traits. 5 ways, well, correction. I'm going to say 4 ways to deal with a dark empath. Number 1 says be compassionate, but I'm going to replace that with to not deal with them, period. When you call them out on their bullshit, oh, it's like opening up a can of worms. You'll never hear the end of it. They just begin to obsess with you at that point. Number 3, have an arm's length relationship with them. Never let this empath know what makes you tick, and never expect anything in return. That way, they will struggle to use your weakness against you. Did you hear me? Oh, my favorite, number 4. Never believe anything a dark empath says unless there is concrete proof to support it. But most dark empaths will never display proof. They will simply want you to take their word for it and accuse you of being weird if you don't believe them. So it's like they have this cult like following or mindset. They want you to be mindless, brainless, thinkless sheep. They want you to allow them to do the thinking for you. Imagine being told something, and when you ask for proof, in return, they say, "Oh, I don't have to show you proof. Either you believe it or you don't." What? Never deal with people like that. Last but not least, everything they do is competition. Everything. You can't have a conversation without the dark empath making it competition. These are the people that you have to be leery of and